Do you want to spend the rest of your life with someone who prioritizes their personal desires and ego over the genuine needs and feelings of others? The information I'm about to share with you is going to help you understand your own tendencies in relationships or identify traits you might be drawn to that could pose a risk. In this video, I will be discussing the narcissist, who they are, who is typically attracted to them, things that you should watch out for, and how you can guard yourself to improve your relationships. But first, I want to share a story with you about one of my previous clients. She met someone who she thought was her soulmate. He was charming, confident, and showered her with attention. She felt like she was the luckiest person in the world. But as months passed, things began to change. The compliments turned into criticisms. Her achievements were downplayed while his were exaggerated. When she tried to express her feelings, they were dismissed and turned around on her. She found herself constantly walking on eggshells, trying to avoid his sudden mood swings. Her friends started to drift away, saying they were concerned, but she couldn't see it. She was convinced that if she just tried harder, loved more, or was better somehow, things would go back to the way they were in the beginning. It wasn't until she confided in her sister that she began to see the truth. Her sister shared an article about narcissistic personality traits, and it was like a light bulb went off. So much of what she had been experiencing suddenly made sense. Learning about narcissism was the first step in her journey to reclaiming her life and her self-esteem. It wasn't easy, but understanding what she was dealing with gave her the strength to leave that toxic relationship and start healing. Now she's in a healthy, loving partnership. The difference is like night and day. She often comments on how it felt to be trapped in that cycle with the narcissistic person, the abuse, and how transformative it was to finally understand what was happening. That is why I'm passionate about sharing this information. I know there are others out there who might be where she was, confused, hurt, and blaming themselves. If I can help one person even recognize the signs earlier or feel less alone in their experience, then sharing this knowledge is worth it. Understanding narcissism isn't just about avoiding bad relationships. It's about reclaiming your power, your self-worth, and your ability to have healthy, fulfilling connections with others. It's about breaking cycles of abuse and fostering a community of support and understanding. So, whether you've experienced this yourself, you're supporting someone who has, or you just want to be more informed, let's dive into this topic together. Knowledge is power, and in this case, it can be the key to healthier, happier relationships, starting with the one you have with yourself. So, narcissist. They're charming, confident, but primarily focused on themselves. They need constant validation and may manipulate their partner for attention. Who is typically attracted to the narcissist? People who have lower self-esteem or those who believe they can fix or change someone. Relationships with narcissists can lead to emotional exhaustion. These individuals prioritize their own needs and may lack empathy, making the relationship feel one-sided. The narcissist archetype in relationships presents significant challenges. So here are important considerations and strategies for guarding yourself. The narcissist runs a campaign of flattery. They often start relationships with intense charm and attention. They're self-centered. Their own needs and desires always come first. They lack empathy. They struggle to understand or care about others' feelings. They're manipulative. They may use various tactics to control their partner. They need admiration. They require constant praise and attention. And they make you question your sanity and reasoning, and they might deny reality just to maintain control. They're emotionally unstable. They can have extreme mood swings, especially when criticized. They're jealous, possessive, and they may try to isolate their partner from others. They don't take responsibility. They often blame others for their mistakes. And they have an inflated sense of self-importance. So, how can you guard yourself from the narcissist? First and foremost, educate yourself. Learn about narcissistic personality traits and behaviors. Set firm boundaries. Establish and maintain clear limits on acceptable behavior. Maintain independence. Keep your own friends, your own interest, and your own support system. Trust your instincts. If something feels off, don't ignore it. Avoid arguing. Narcissists often twist arguments. It's usually unproductive to engage. Practice self-care. Prioritize your mental and emotional well-being and seek support. Confide in trusted friends, family, or a therapist. Document interactions. Keep records of problematic behavior in case you need evidence later. Don't expect change. Narcissists rarely change without intensive professional help. Plan for safety. If the relationship becomes abusive, have a safety plan in place. Resist manipulation. Be aware of love bombing, gaslighting, and other manipulative tactics. Maintain reality checks. Regularly check in with trusted friends and family members to maintain perspective. Focus on actions, not words. Pay attention to what they do, not just what they say. Protect your self-esteem. Remember that their behavior reflects on them, not you. Know when to leave. Be prepared to end the relationship if it becomes harmful to your well-being. Remember, while understanding these traits is important, diagnosing personality disorders should be left to the mental health professionals. If you suspect you're in a relationship with a narcissist, seeking support from a qualified therapist or counselor can be incredibly helpful in navigating the situation and making decisions about your well-being. As you reflect on your relationship patterns, consider whether or not you're drawn to the narcissist and ask yourself, do I want to spend the rest of my life with someone who prioritizes their personal desires and ego over the genuine needs and feelings of others? If you enjoyed this video, then you don't want to miss the next one where I discuss the fixer-upper. What are the characteristics and potential challenges and strategies to guard against potential pitfalls? Until next time, happy dating.